My name's Jesue. I have been a zookeeper for almost 20 years now, and I am very passionate about gorilla conservation. There's a number of different organizations that I work with and that I support. One of them that comes to mind is Detroit AZAC. I've been with them for the last 11 years. Locally, and then nationally I'm also a part of AZAC, and AZAC stands for the American Association of Zookeepers. So I've basically been a member of AZAC the entire time that I've been a zookeeper, which has been almost 20 years. I also support numerous gorilla conservation organizations, including Safe Gorilla, which is saving animals from extinction. So it's very specific about a few different gorilla conservation organizations that directly help save gorillas in the wild. So I've been involved with animal conservation even longer than I've been a zookeeper, and I've been a zookeeper for almost 20 years. But I've been very passionate about learning about gorillas and other animals since I was a little kid. I would go to zoos all the time growing up, try to gather as much information as possible, learn as much as I possibly could to hopefully one day be able to work with them. Now being a professional working with a lot of different species, different great apes, different primates, but especially gorillas, has given me that connection that I need to be able to help make some of those conservation missions and drive through with a lot of the money that will directly help and support gorillas around the world, or gorillas mainly in Africa, but also around the world in different zoo settings and stuff. I was inspired to want to work with gorillas when I was 3. I watched the original King Kong from 1933 as a kid, and for some reason, even though that portrayed gorillas as big, scary monsters, it really made a connection with me that there was probably something deeper about gorillas, and they had individual personalities. It was something that I wanted to, work through schooling to try to be able to work with them at some point in my life. And then as an intern, I got to work with gorillas early on. And then I knew exactly that's what I wanted to do with my career and with my goals. So being able to make that connection to become a keeper, to work with gorillas, and then be able to become a conservation champion and help save them around the world, that's something that I hold very passionate about. Wild in color. I picture all different kinds of wildlife, very vibrant colors, just wildlife, whatever's in your imagination of you see an animal, but it's like cartoon driven and drawn and just comes to life. Really nice colors. I don't know, just something making that connection of what's in your brain to what the animal is that you see in front of you, just making that connection between the two. It's honestly a very big part of my wardrobe. I have numerous shirts and sweatshirts and obviously work clothes that are associated with the animals that I work with. But being able to find a company that has a really awesome image of the animals that I'm passionate about helps drive home that message, because I like to be almost a walking billboard for the things that I care about and the things that I'm very passionate about. So this is a perfect example of that right here. Honestly, word of mouth or sharing posts online or going to your local zoo, all of those things make really big impacts, locally and internationally. Go to the zoo, spend a few extra minutes at the exhibits and really pay attention to the animals, what they're doing, how they're interacting with each other, how they're doing species-specific behaviors and stuff. I think being able to spread conservation messages to people that'll listen, I think those little things make a really big deal. And just, care about what you're passionate about. Obviously, gorillas are my main thing, and I love sharing that information with people about gorillas so that I can help inspire maybe the next generation to take over and think how they can help save gorillas even more into the future.
And donate your cell phones.
And donate your cell phones for gorilla conservation through Gorillas on the Line.